Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're hungry because today we're making bacon cheeseburger bowl on top of seasoned potatoes. Let's get right into it. So let's get started washing our potatoes, and then we're gonna go ahead and quarter them into even sized pieces. Then you're gonna want to rinse them in some cold water a few times. And now we're gonna go ahead and get to chopping up all of our other toppings that will go in the bowl. So you can add whatever toppings you would typically like on your burger. It really doesn't matter. I chose bacon, cheese, pickles, and onions. Now go ahead and boil some water for those potatoes while we make our burger sauce, which I started with a little bit of pickle juice and some mayo. Then I go in with the ketchup. If I had some mustard at the house, I would have used it, but I did not. Then we got a little bit of barbecue, a little bit of sriracha, and then you just gotta mix it up, and that is your burger sauce. Simple as that. So now that the water is boiling, it's time to throw in all them potatoes. Cover them up and let them boil just for a few minutes until they start to get soft. Hit them with the cornstarch and shake them up to evenly coat that. And then we're going to drop them in the oil. Make sure that the oil is hot before you put the potatoes in, and that you spread them out so they all get covered by the oil. So once they start to look nice, you could take them out, and we will hit them with the seasoning right away. That way it'll stick nicely to them. I used salt, black pepper, garlic, paprika, cayenne, some Italian seasoning. Now some of y'all might be thinking, where's the measurements for anything in this video, right? But trust me, you don't need it. You can do this. I promise. You really don't need to be perfect all the time. It's still gonna taste good. Alright, now let's start frying some bacon. And you might as well throw those onions in the leftover bacon grease, right? And now I'm gonna go ahead and cut into a time lapse because I know y'all don't want to watch me cook onions for the next 30 minutes. Now it is finally time to go in with your beef. Ideally, the pan would have been hot already, but my stove just likes to turn off on its own, so you know. And you really want to make sure that you chop the beef up into even sized pieces to make sure it's cooking properly. Now I didn't film myself seasoning this ground beef, but I would suggest something like salt, black pepper, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, paprika, and onion powder. And you'll notice this is not far off of the potato seasonings as well. Now once that ground beef is fully cooked through, just go ahead and hit it with all of your toppings. So you know I had to start with the cheese, and you might be thinking that's a lot of cheese, and you're right, but guess what, I'm not done. Okay, that's a good amount of cheese right there. And next up will be the onions, pickles. Get them all mixed up together nicely, and just don't forget about the bacon like I almost did. And yeah, it's really as simple as that, because all you gotta do now is go ahead and grab them potatoes and throw that burger mix right on top. And then last step is just hit it with that sauce we made at the beginning. If you have any questions or concerns, leave them down in the comment section below. I would love to hear if y'all are going to try this recipe, or if you like this type of video, let me know. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed.